What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. If you don't like it, you can have that seatbelt. So, creative director of Ubisoft Milan, David Soliani, has decided to leave Ubisoft. So, if you don't know who David Soliani is, he is the creative director of the Mario and Rabbids games. He worked on both of the titles. He was the head guy on those games. It was his ideas, his vision, and so forth. And he just announced that he is leaving Ubisoft after being there for 25 years. And he says 11 of which beautifully spent working with Nintendo on Mario plus Rabbids along the company of our incredible community of players. I've decided to leave Ubisoft to embark on a new adventure. I can't say more now. Thanks a lot for everything, truly. And so, it's obvious that he's already found another position somewhere else. But what does this mean for the franchise, and what specifically could this mean for Nintendo Switch 2? Now, the Mario plus Rabbids franchise, that was his baby. So him announcing that he's leaving now, in my opinion, tells me a couple things. One, we're not getting a third game in this series. Either it was never going to be, or maybe Ubisoft decided to cancel it because sales of the second game weren't exactly that good compared to the first game, at least. But then again, the first game dropped in price very fast. Well, so did this one. But a lot of the sales for the first game, even though both games were great, a lot of the sales for the first game were when it dropped pretty low in price. And so, in turn, it didn't quite meet up to Ubisoft's expectations as far as sales. Based on the DLC for the second game, it would have seemed like the most logical step would be for this team to make a new Rayman game. But the fact that he's leaving Ubisoft, maybe he assumed that also, and maybe Ubisoft was like, well, no. And he said, oh, okay, well, peace. So to me, it looks like, yeah, you're not going to get a sequel to that game anytime soon because, one, he's leaving, and there hasn't quite been enough time to make a full sequel to that game. However, the timing of his departure, combined with the fact that we had Ubisoft talking about how this second game may come to the Switch 2, tells me that him leaving right now probably means they just wrapped up work on the enhanced port for the Switch 2. Now, whether this would just be a simple update for the existing Switch game, or if this will be packaged as a definitive version or whatever, remains to be seen. But I think the fact that hasn't been enough time to make a sequel, he's announcing his departure very soon before the Switch 2 gets announced. I think it's safe to say that they wrapped up the port or update for the Switch 2 on Rabbids Sparks of Hope. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I think this is pretty interesting because he's worked on Nintendo games exclusively for the last 11 years. Nintendo obviously trusts them with their IP, so I can see him working on more Nintendo IP in the future. So it'll be very interesting to see where he lands from here. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section.